Hello! Today we're going to talk about the pitfalls or the dangers of diet mentality and how we are all affected by diet mentality probably every day. I'm going to teach you to recognize diet mentality for what it is and help you find other options so that you don't get stuck in the trap of being on a diet, being off the wagon, on the wagon. All right, so first of all, what is diet mentality? Well, we know that in the last century or so, America has seen an increase in obesity, disease, all that sort of thing that goes along with obesity. And we've also seen all of the processed foods coming in and all that sort of thing. So we know that this obesity epidemic has been on the rise for a while. And because of that, we have big diet companies who they're asserting that they're trying to help people lose weight and help people live a better life and help people develop a healthy lifestyle. But what are they really doing? What are they really teaching us about food and about our bodies and about trusting ourselves? The epitome of the diet mentality is kind of like the go hard or go home, just do it, never miss a Monday, crush your workouts, that sort of mentality of just go hard, hard, eat less, exercise more. And most diets themselves are not effective in the long term. They may get short-term results because it's a calorie deficit, but in the long term, most of the dieters end up gaining that weight back and then some. Statistically, they not only return to their original weight, but they gain even more weight each time they go on a diet. And the big secret of the diet industry is that these diet companies, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Beachbody, whatever else is out there, they thrive on their clients failing. They count on you failing. That's how they make their money. Most of their business comes from return customers, not brand new customers. So their clients are going on a diet. You know, the diet company kind of makes itself out to be the hero, the people with all the answers. Come do what they say, follow their plan, buy their products, and you will reinvent yourself and you will love yourself and you'll have confidence and you'll be skinny and all these big promises. But secretly, they know that you're going to fail. They know that you're not going to be able to stick to that forever, and they know that you're going to keep coming back for more and keep seeking more solutions. So what typically happens is you're wanting to lose weight, you're wanting to get healthier, and the companies are out there telling you, we have this plan, we have this proven plan. All you have to do is eat the foods we say when we tell you to, in this way, this many calories, this many macros, do this workout, take this supplement, wrap this around your belly, do this, do that, and you will have results. And they give you that promise that makes you feel secure at the beginning. And that may actually happen if you follow everything that they say. But how long do those results last? They're very quick results and they're very temporary results. And then most of the time the person falls off the wagon and has to start all over and over again. And these diet companies, they come out with new plans, better plans, new products, new shakes, all this new stuff to make you think, well, this one will work this time. Now it's really going to work. Now that I have this new fat burner pill, now that I know carb cycling, now that I know this or that, this is really going to work. But truthfully, they're setting you up for failure, and it's in their best interest for you to fail so that you come back and they make more money. You have to remember that those diet companies, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Beachbody, whatever, they are companies. They have an obligation to maximize profits, and that's what they're trying to do. So as a result of all these diet programs coming out, their messaging is how they get clients. So their messaging is they are taking advantage of our insecurities. They know that we as women compare our bodies to other people other people's bodies. They know we have an ideal image in our head of what we want to look like, and they play on that, and they play to those insecurities, and they give messaging like, get your body back after you have your baby, bounce back, lose the baby weight, lose the last 20 pounds, slim down, tone your tummy, whatever messaging. It gives the message that you're not enough, you need to be smaller, you need to do our plan so that you can be happy and be the person you want to be. All right? And so that's what we're going to talk about, is how do we know if our thoughts are trapped in this diet mentality? The underlying assumption is that out of control eating can be solved by hyper controlled eating. So if these diet companies are coming to you and saying, oh, you know what, you're binging at bedtime, you're eating this, you're eating that, you can't control yourself. Well, here, we're going to control your food for you. We're going to tell you what to eat, when to eat, why to eat, how to eat. You follow our rules. And the assumption is that the more you control, the more you restrict, the more rules you have, that's the only way to change your habits. And I know that can be appealing sometimes when you're just starting out. You really want someone to tell you what to do. It would kind of make it easier on yourself, because you wouldn't have to do the work. You would just follow the program, and that's very appealing, but it's not going to work long term, because what do you do when that program ends? Statistically, most people go back to their old ways, or even worse. So there are a couple of thought processes that are hallmarks of diet mentality. So I'm going to talk about, 4 of the hallmarks of diet mentality. And you will probably notice that you get stuck in these patterns as well, or you've experienced these thought processes. They're all logical fallacies, which means they're not true. They're untrue thought patterns that we believe. So I'm just trying to get my notes pulled up here. So the first one we're going to talk about is black and white thinking, also called all or nothing thinking. This has become a cultural norm for us. Most of us struggle with this thought process in some way or another. If it's not with your food, it might be with your exercise, or it might be with your parenting, or it might be with your work, or whatever. Most of us struggle with an all or nothing mentality in some answer. This is when we think there's a black and white answer for everything. Everything is a black and white answer. It's either a yes or a no. The food is either a good food or a bad food. You're either eating healthy or you're not healthy. You're either eating salads and water, or you're eating ice cream and pizza. You either exercise every single day for an hour a day, or you exercise not at all. You either eat all the cookies or you eat none at all and restrict yourself. You're on the wagon, you're off the wagon. You're on a diet, you're off a diet, you're eating clean, or you're having a cheat day. Do you see the dichotomy there, where you're either all in or you're all out? But life takes place in between. So when you have this black and white mentality, you're not looking at all the gray space. Life takes place in the gray areas. So we have to learn how to navigate the in between, because very few things in life are black and white, yes or no. So this way of thinking is based on a belief that rigid rules are the only way to success. But when you have too many rules, you're going to break them. You're probably going to break them every day. When you break the rules, you're going to feel like a failure. You're going to feel like you don't have enough willpower. You're going to feel like you're weak, like you can never do anything right. You're holding yourself up to that perfectionist standard of following all the rules all the time. And when you set perfection as your standard, anything less than perfection is a failure. So you're setting yourself up to feel like a failure. Let's see. Yeah, so it's the sort of thinking where once you've been doing good, you've been on the wagon, you go to a birthday party, you have a piece of cake, and then all bets are off. You go home, you have pizza, Chinese, you cancel your workout for the next day, and you just kind of binge for a couple weeks. And then after a couple weeks, you're like, enough of this, I'm getting back on the wagon, and you start eating your shakes and drinking your salads, eating your shakes and drinking your salads. What was I even talking about? Yeah, so after a couple weeks, you hop back on the wagon, you start doing all your healthy things, all the veggies, no sugar. And so now you're back on the wagon, and then a couple weeks later, you're back off the wagon. And it's just that all or nothing mentality. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I want you to learn how to navigate the in-betweens, the gray areas, because the vast majority of your life is not going to be a black and white answer for every little thing. You do not have to binge all the time. You do not have to deprive yourself all the time. You can find somewhere in the middle. All right, so that's the first aspect of diet mentality, is the black and white thinking, also known as all or nothing thinking. So leave a comment below if you struggle with that one, the black and white thinking. The number 2 we're going to talk about is called catastrophizing. So this is another cognitive distortion, a false belief that usually accompanies the black or white thinking. So this is when you predict horrible things are going to happen based on what you did or did not do. So you make one little slip up, or you make one bad choice, and you think all these bad things are going to happen as a consequence. So you eat too many cookies or too much ice cream, and then you're just in this pit thinking, man, I have no self-control. I'm never going to get healthy. I'm always going to be overweight. I'm never going to get fit. I'm never going to stop eating like this. You just kind of take one little thing and you blow it way out of proportion, and it's not realistic. Or you miss one workout, or you miss a week of workouts or whatever, and you think, man, I'm never going to be consistent. I'm never going to get in shape. I'm never going to do the body composition change that I want. I'm never going to feel good. I'm never going to have energy. And if you stop and think about it, realistically, that's not true, because that's just one day, that's just one choice. You still have your whole life ahead of you. You're not going to be the same person in a year that you are today. So realistically, you know that that's not true, but you just kind of get in that negative flow of thoughts, and you just blow everything out of proportion based on the one choice that you did or did not do. So what would you do if that was your daughter, your best friend, your sister, whatever, and they call you and they're like, man, I've been doing so good. I've been on the wagon. I've been eating all my salads, drinking all my shakes, but today I had a cookie, and I just know that I'm a horrible person. I'm a failure. I have no willpower. I'm always going to be overweight. I'm never going to get into shape. I'm never going to change my eating habits. What would you say to her? Because when it's ourselves, we talk so negatively and so meanly to ourselves. But if it was someone else, you would not talk to her like that. You would breathe life into her. You would give her hope. You would say, no, look, this is one decision. You're making so much progress up until now. This was one choice. It was one decision. It's not going to have a bearing on your life as a whole. Just get back to your normal, healthy habits tomorrow and keep living your life, and don't worry about it. The negative emotions is going to bring you down more so than the cookies or the missing your exercise or the ice cream or whatever that you're worried about. The actual worry is going to be more detrimental for you than the thing you're worried about. All right, so that's the second hallmark of diet mentality, is catastrophizing, taking a little action or a little inaction and just predicting all these catastrophes that are going to come from it. The third one is the willpower myth. This is a huge hallmark of diet mentality. It's super common, one that most of us believe or say about ourselves at some point in our lives. And it's the myth that says that if you succumb to unhealthy cravings, if you fall off the wagon,